Let's move on to main topic number 3. And our third main topic today gets submitted to us by Aynsley Curtis, who writes, "Hi, John. Longtime fan, love the show. Thank you so much, Aynsley. Appreciate that. So Marvel have dropped another trailer for Falcon and Winter Soldier. It had some good moments in there. Now has to be the best time to drop a new trailer, but for me, it was a bit lackluster. I love the relationship between Sam and Bucky, but other than that, the trailer was a big miss for me. Have you seen it, and what are your thoughts?" All right, thanks a lot for sharing that, man. And yes, look, if I remember correctly, there were 2 different versions of this. I think one was the 30-second spot that they played during the Super Bowl. So they played a short version, which they said, watch the full version now online. And then there was the full version online. And I got to say, I got to disagree with you. I thought this trailer was great. I loved it. Now, listen, I was a little bit nervous going into it because for you guys who watch the show, you know that out of all the Disney Plus MCU shows coming, from She-Hulk to Miss Marvel to Moon Knight to War Machine to even WandaVision that's out, Falcon and Winter Soldier is the one I have most been looking forward to. This is the one I've been most excited about. And so I was ripe for disappointment with the trailer. I was absolutely ripe for disappointment with the trailer. But I will tell you what, I thought it delivered. Now, I'm not saying it's the greatest trailer of all time or anything like that. Not even the best MCU trailer I've ever seen, but I thought it was a really solid trailer. I love seeing both Sam and Bucky kind of with the shield at different points. I love the fact that we've got Emily Van Camp, good Canadian girl, by the way, popping back in there. We get to hear Zemo talking about it, who I thought is one of the more boring villains we've had in the MCU so far, but I'm looking forward to him being redeemed. I mean, they didn't show us any George St. Pierre as Batroc the Leaper, but we know he's going to be in there. I liked this trailer. Now, for those of you who forget, this is our little synopsis that we have of Falcon and Winter Soldier right now. Following the events of Avengers Endgame, Sam Wilson / Falcon, played by Anthony Mackie, and Bucky Barnes / Winter Soldier, played by Sebastian Stan, team up in a global adventure that tests their abilities and their patience in Marvel Studios' The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Once again, for me, this was just, again, the job of a trailer is to take your excitement level, no matter how high or how low it is, and bump it up a couple notches. This one made me more excited. I mean, did I like it as much as that Godzilla vs. King Kong trailer? No, I did. It's not as good as that. That is still, to me, one of the best trailers I've seen in a couple of years. But I thought this was a very sharp, very good trailer. Rob, you had a chance to watch this spot. You had a chance to watch this trailer. What are your thoughts about it?
I loved it. Like you, what's not to love, man? I mean, what I find so interesting is, again, this trailer focused on something that I didn't expect, which was it's the relation. If you know how trailers sometimes have names, this would be the relationship trailer. That's what it would say if it was delivered to a TV station to play. And it was about the relationship that Bucky and Sam have, and it seems to be a little cantankerous, like an old married couple. And I thought that was something unexpected. Again, something that it was an intellectual hook that I didn't expect, and I loved it. I thought it was great.
What stood out to you the most? Like, what was one thing maybe that we saw in this spot that we hadn't seen yet that stood out to you the most that you liked?
Well, I think the idea that a familiar villain is still wanting to get rid of superheroes. I mean, in a way, I would think in a post-snap, in a post-blip world, kind of like how Bruce Wayne was adamantly opposed to Superman in Batman v Superman, you're going to see a lot of animosity. I think there's going to be a lot of people that blame metahumans for Thanos coming to Earth. And now there's really, I mean, can you imagine? They haven't really examined this in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but post-blip, the whole world is going to be very aware that we are facing cosmic power that we had no idea exists. And I mean, I think up until we had extraterrestrial battles in New York in the first Avengers, the world now realizes the kinds of threats that we're facing. And I think there's going to be a lot of people that resent the metahumans. And even though they save us, but again, you heard that we have to get rid of the superheroes or whatever the line is. And I think the action looks really cool. I like the idea that maybe there's some competition, even though the shield was given to Sam, that maybe there's definitely a rivalry competition with the Winter Soldier, and I like that Sharon is back, and I think the whole it just looks, to me, it looks really interesting, that there's a lot of really compelling story elements, and they have me hooked, and I'm really intrigued. And if the kind of detail that's been put into WandaVision is put into this, I mean, I might get that Tom Clancy-esque feel that I wanted from this movie, for this series. That's what I was hoping for, and it looks like it means to deliver. And I think, the fact that WandaVision will end and then we get this series almost right on the heels of it, I mean, talk about an embarrassment of riches, man. Come on.
It's funny, too, because as we hear Zemo talking about, there should be no superheroes, the funny thing is, Sam is just a human being. He has no superpowers. He has some really good military tech. I mean, Bucky does have enhancements, so there's that with Bucky. It's also really interesting as they're kind of like, where does the Captain America mantle go? Obviously, Bucky is very problematic because he was wanted across the world. He spent years as an assassin and killing a lot of people. But remember, Sam too. He came down on the wrong side of the Sokovia Accords in the Civil War, and the government was against him. So I'm sure that's going to come into play about why they don't want him as bearing that mantle. I mean, personally, you know me, Rob, nobody should be the next Captain America. Nobody should be the next. There shouldn't be a next Captain America. Captain America, to me, is Steve Rogers. Captain America is Steve Rogers. I know what they do in the comics, but I just feel like they should keep. I think Falcon is cool as Falcon.
There's a third character that is the new Captain America that the government is introducing. So there's a
what's his name? Is it Agent Liberty? No, or is it?
I don't know what they're going to go with. Yeah, something like that.
Right.
But it's going to be interesting to see that power dynamic too, and what's going on. I think this show looks fascinating, and again, I just love the fact that they are pulling out. This is not Inhumans, and it's not Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
It's a U.S. agent, by the way. It's U.S. agent, not Agent Liberty. Sorry about that. U.S. agent.
That's right.
Thank you, everybody in the live chat.
This is A-list stuff. We're getting. I mean, they're definitely upping the ante with their streaming shows, and it's pretty killer. I can't wait, dude. Cannot wait.
Yeah, I don't normally do this. I'm going to call out somebody in the live chat. Chandler Edwards is saying, so John doesn't think they should replace Captain America, but Black Panther. They're two completely different situations. I think Black Panther should be recast with a different actor, but still playing the character T'Challa. I think T'Challa should still be Black Panther. And I'm fine if they want to recast Chris Evans and say somebody else playing Steve Trevor, but I think the character Captain Steve. I keep wanting to say Steve Trevor, which is the Wonder Woman. Steve Rogers. I think Steve Rogers should be. I think the character Steve Rogers should be Captain America. And if the character Steve Rogers can't be Captain America, then there shouldn't be another Captain America. He is Captain America. Whereas T'Challa isn't the only Black Panther. T'Challa was just the most recent in the line of Black Panthers. I still believe they should have recast T'Challa, but anyway, there's that. And I'll probably say Steve Trevor like 55 more times before it's all said and done. Anyway, guys, question is, what did you think about the trailer for Falcon and Winter Soldier? I thought it looked great. And I think Sam Mackie, or Anthony Mackie, who plays Sam, I think Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan are going to have great chemistry together in this. I can't wait to watch this. I thought the trailer was great. Maybe you're like the person who sent in the question. Maybe you were kind of underwhelmed by it. Maybe you're still kind of in a wait and see pattern. Maybe you just didn't like it at all. Whatever you felt, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Okay, guys.